Oops, I think I lost the signal. Oh, connection is weak. Okay, well, I'm trusting that we're good now. Let's see. I'm gonna see if you guys jump back on. I'm gonna continue my story. In other words, I got here on a Wednesday night, and then that Thursday is actually when I met Nick. I was walking, I left my hotel, and I was like, man, which way should I go? Like, I'm trying to figure out what I should do, and something told me to go left, okay? It's kind of funny, because if I would have went right, that's where all the stores were, all the restaurants were, like, all the shopping, but I actually took a left, and I didn't even walk down very far, maybe like 2 or 3 blocks, and there was Nick sitting right there. It was like a place where, like, they sit there with their vehicles in front of this hotel waiting, you know, for any customers that need support, right? And so I met Nick, and we started chit-chatting, and we totally connected, like, right away. He's obviously, too, very spiritual, just a really great person, great individual. Nick, I'm pretty sure you're on this video, but either way, if you are, you aren't, you watch it later, feel my love and appreciation for you. So I was, you know, led, obviously, to meet Nick. I believe that we had a soul contract. You know, it was divine for us to meet, and he has taken such good care of me while I'm here in Bali. Like, I feel so safe. I feel so confident. Like, if I have questions about anything, obviously, you know I can just ask him, and it's just a wonderful feeling. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Last night, he and I went to this restaurant here that's amazing. It's an organic restaurant. It's called Malika, and we were sitting there, and we ordered, you know, what we were going to have, and we were just talking about stuff, you know, spiritual stuff and whatnot, and just feeling the vibes of just like the restaurant and the energy. And he was telling me about a temple that's like right, like down from where we were, and just how it's like one of the oldest temples here in Sanur. Sanur is a place that I'm here actually at right now in Bali. And of course, Bali's an island here in Indonesia. And so he was telling me all about these things. And then this song came on. Hey, what's up, Nick? I was just talking about you a second ago. You missed it. And so this song came on. And I was like, oh my God, do you hear that? And he was like, kind of like, eh. And I'm like, listen. And so this song kept on playing. And like my heart like literally was pounding. I felt so overwhelmed. And there is this YouTube video. I'm going to put it below in the comments because it's such an amazing, it's an amazing video. And it is Indian music, okay? I came across this YouTube video. It's about maybe an hour long. It's like relaxation, meditation music or something like that, maybe is what it's titled. But I came across this video back in 2013, the beginning of 2013, when I actually had just went through some very traumatic events in my life, like very traumatic. I had someone really, really close to me who transitioned back in May 2011, and I didn't work out for 3 years. I drank a shit ton of alcohol. I was obviously self-medicating because I was miserable. Like after that happened, I was there. I witnessed, you know, him transitioning. It was very challenging for me. I'm very sensitive. And I get to love it, let it be okay, because that's just who I am. But in other words, that situation occurred in my life, and after that, I was like, meh, you know, I just kind of mentally checked out. I didn't feel like I really had a reason to be here or live anymore. I didn't understand how such an amazing, wonderful, beautiful soul was going to be taken from this earth. I had a lot of guilt, you know, about the whole scenario. Like, is there something I could have done differently? And actually, he transitioned from pancreatic cancer, and I didn't know all the things that I know now. Clearly, the way that I live my life now and everything I know now about detoxing and holistic living and healing the body with plant-based medicine and, you know, healing, you know, mentally, emotionally, all these things. I could go on all day. There's so many different healing modalities, but I didn't know about all this stuff then. But honestly, guys, that happening in my life is what led me in the direction that I am now. So he did come and visit me when I did the retreat here recently. We did some breath work, and he actually came to me during the breath work, and he said that I didn't mean to leave you. And he said, and basically it was just that it had to happen for things to be the way they are now, because I really am here for big things, and I'm here for you know, bigger things than I'm even necessarily aware of, to support other people and all of the things that I do to support people and will continue to do. And I have lots of visions of things that I'm choosing to do to move forward. So I did have a visitation from him during the breath work. And after that, you know, it felt good to know that, you know, once again, it's just divine timing, that everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen so that we can grow and expand and be who we're called to be. So, so that happened in May 2011, and then after that, like I said, I just kind of started going downhill, and then I started having some big time health challenges, like in middle of 2012, towards the end of 2012, and I went to some different specialists and doctors in Houston and this and that, and I was given all these diagnoses and told that I was going to be paralyzed and I was going to go blind and that I may go deaf and that I may not, you know, all these things. It was horrible, and it scared the living daylights out of me, and I had a lot of fear after that, and of course, you know, my mom was very fearful, and it was just like one of the most traumatic perfect times ever. And then, you know, he had just transitioned back in May 2011, so it was like another big whammy towards the end of 2012. So the reason I'm telling you this is because the beginning of 2013, I actually went to a clinic. I went there for 2 weeks, and it was a holistic clinic, and they said one of the things they had was a banner hanging on the wall, and it said, "Enough of the story, you are here to heal." And every single day when I would go, because I had a 1-hour visit with the doctor, I did a bunch of detoxification healing modalities like a lymphatic drainage massage, some sound therapy, some color therapy, infrared sauna. What else did I do? It was every day for 2 weeks I was there. It was a beautiful experience. In other words, the reason I'm bringing this up is there was a banner on the wall that said, "Enough of the story, you're here to heal." And that stuck with me. And every single day when I walked into the lobby and I saw that, I was like, that's right. Enough of the story, enough of the story. I'm here to heal. I'm here to transform. I'm here to detox and cleanse my body and move forward in my life. And when I got back to Houston, like it was the beginning of 2013, beginning of February, when I got back to Houston, I was totally a different person. I was on a different, you know, wavelength, mindset. That's when I started becoming more spiritual. I started learning more about, you know, the laws of the universe and different things. I started juicing. I changed my diet. I changed my thinking. I actually was on antidepressants for 16 years, but I got off of those June of 2012. So it's almost been, that's pretty cool actually, June, it'll be 5 years that I haven't been on any antidepressants. And as most of you know, I've given up alcohol. I haven't had alcohol in about 1 year and 4 months, almost 1 year and 5 months on June 9th, because I got really clear. I was like, why am I, you know, if my life is so amazing, why am I even choosing to numb myself? And honestly, guys, whatever you put into your body is going to contribute to the vibrational frequency that you're vibrating on. And very low vibrational foods, dead foods, meat is one of them. Meat is dead. Meat is flesh, and it's dead. So I'm just going to throw that out there right now. A lot of people, you know, they get upset about that. It's very controversial, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to let you know right now, my friends, you do not require meat to get your protein. That is a misconception, okay? Because everything is made of amino acids. So go do some research on Google if you desire. But amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So if you're eating enough fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, potatoes, grains, oats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, if you're eating what you require eating, then you are going to get enough amino acids to support your body. And in fact, if you choose, go back to my timeline a couple days ago, it may have been yesterday or the day before, I choose to know, but I shared an article about, I think it was from Holistic Living. Either way, it's on my timeline that talks about, I think it's 10 different, you know, plants or vegetables that you can get a lot of protein from. So I'm just going to put that out there right now. There's also tofu, there's tempeh. You just want to make sure you're using reputable sources of these foods. So there's a lot more that goes into it. So this isn't just a blanket statement. Of course, I do nutrition coaching. I do all these things. So if you're curious or you have questions, feel free to comment below or send me a private Facebook message and let's talk more about it. But in other words, yes, I stopped eating meat. I haven't had meat, fish, or eggs since September. And even prior, a while back, before I moved to College Station, I moved to College Station August of 2015, I hadn't had meat, fish, or eggs for like 1.5 years. I was actually highly raw vegan, and I felt the best in my life that I had ever felt when I was highly raw vegan. I moved back to Bryan College Station August of 2015. I still was dealing with a little bit of symptoms. I started listening to some people that I shouldn't have listened to. I started doing some things. I started eating a lot of meat. I started doing a lot of good fat because it was like, you need that for your hormone production. And in all actuality, all that did was congest my lymphatic system even further and make it a little bit more challenging for me. So then I reached out to Tyler Tolman, who is my mentor. I reached out to him, chatted with him at the beginning of September. Totally everything that he said resonated with me. Like I said, I'd already done it before, and I was like, absolutely, I'm getting back on track. I went to Florida, middle of September. I was there for 3 months, middle of September to middle of December. And like I said, I haven't had meat, fish, or eggs since. I don't think eggs are the worst thing in the world. Eggs are very high energetic foods. I think it's great to have eggs. They have, you know, benefits to them, but a lot of people eat way too many eggs. So I would say maybe 1 or 2 eggs a week at the max would be plenty. I live literally on smoothies, juice, of course, lots of water. Like I just said earlier, fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, you know, seeds, et cetera, et cetera. I feel phenomenal. I do eat some tempeh. I do eat some tofu. I make sure it's the right sources for sure. But yeah, that really wasn't what I was going to talk about, but I wanted to throw that in there. So last night we were at this restaurant. I literally heard this song come on. I'm freaking out because I've never heard this song anywhere ever before. Ever. And I came across this video, like I said, the beginning of 2013, somehow on YouTube. I think I was searching for like meditation music. And it's like an hour-long video, and it's Indian music, okay, which I don't even have a clue what they're saying, but it's so beautiful. And that video right there has so much significance and meaning to me, because it was something that supported me when I was going through all of these challenges with my health. And then I actually moved in with some of my friends who had a mother-in-law suite, and I moved in and lived with them for about 6 months. They had twin little babies. I supported them with, you know, the babies, and I lived, like I said, in the mother-in-law suite, so it was almost like my own little apartment. But I did that for 6 months, and then I moved back into my own apartment, actually in June of 2000. Yeah, that was June of 2013. So basically I lived with them from January till June, and then I moved back out and got my own apartment there in Houston before I moved back to College Station in August of 2015. So the reason I'm giving you this background is because the significance of this song and this video that they were playing last night at this restaurant that I've never heard anywhere else before has so much meaning to me for what I've been through and how it supported me at that time in my life. I would listen to it all the time with headphones. I would listen to it when I was in the shower. I would listen to it when I was driving, and I'm going to link it below this video because it's beautiful, and I'm choosing to share it with you guys. So last night we're at this restaurant and it comes on, and I'm like, Nick, do you hear that? And he's like, and we're listening to it, and the song, and my heart was like, wow, and my eyes were like, wow, and I was just like, wow, and it was like so much just like energy and gratitude and appreciation. And I was like, this right here is confirmation that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, in Bali, in a restaurant, sitting across from this amazing individual who has such a beautiful heart and spirit that has taught me so much while I'm here in Bali, and eating, you know, this organic food and drinking the juices. And this song comes on, and not only just that one song, after that the next song, and the next song they literally played the YouTube video, and like I got to sit there and experience it and listen to it as I was having a beautiful conversation and enjoying my beautiful food, you know, that I'm using to fuel my spiritual vessel, because it is important what we put into our bodies. Food is not just calories. It's not just about weight loss. It's about what you're putting into your body on a daily basis to vibrate on an energetic level, so that you can have positive thinking, so that you can become your higher self, so that you can do everything that you're called to do here in this world. So before I talk too much, let me go on to a little bit more. So also, my friend Diane was just here recently, and I swear it was so cool. For like 3 or 4 days, everywhere we went, we kept on hearing that song, you're beautiful, it's true, da, 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 by James Blunt, okay? So we had been having conversations, her and I, because we both are along the same paths. We both have, you know, things in the past that we've been through, we've gone through, you know, guilt, shame, anger, fear, beating ourselves up, you know, using alcohol to suppress our reality, all these different things. And we kept hearing this song over and over and over. And it was so beautiful, because I was like, that's just confirmation right there that we're at that point now where we do know how beautiful we are. We are overcoming, you know, those obstacles and those barriers of self-hatred, self-rejection, you know, fear of what other people think about us, fear of people judging us, et cetera, et cetera. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because what you believe about yourself is what you will attract. You will attract people, situations, circumstances, and events based on your beliefs, because your mind is a map, and your mind is always just confirming to you exactly what you believe. So if you don't feel that you're worthy to be loved, you're always going to attract things, and you're going to go, yep, see, I knew I wasn't worthy to be loved. Or if you don't feel like you're beautiful, you're going to attract, you know, maybe comments from people or whatnot, right? So the confirmation there too, that we kept hearing that song over and over and over. Like we would walk around the corner and there'd be like a dude playing with a guitar, playing like live music, and then we'd walk like a couple blocks, and then like somebody else, and then like the next day again. And so that happened like 3 or 4 days in a row, and we were laughing, and she was like, is that the only song they know how to play here? And I was like, no sister, there's no coincidences. There's no coincidence that we just came this way instead of that way. We could have easily walked around that way, but we went around this way, and now we're passing this restaurant and we're hearing that song. So and then one night she was actually getting her eyelashes done, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go check out that cafe and have a smoothie. And so I'm hanging out, and then they started playing live music, and no joke, I sat down, they brought my smoothie, they started playing live music, and that was the song the dude started playing. So I actually videoed it, and I posted it to her timeline yesterday of the guy singing it. But once again, it was just confirmation. So beautiful. So there's obviously, you know, big things in what's going on in your outer world, right? Because whatever's going on in your outer world is just a reflection of what's going on in your internal world. So if you don't like what's showing up, and you don't like what's going on in your outer world, you get to check on what's going on in your mindset and in your heart, and about what you're believing about yourself and your life. And this is what I do. I teach people on how to get really clear with these things and how to transform their life, just like I have. That's why I'm here in Bali for 2 months. I'll be here until June 27th. So I want to bring up a couple more things, and then I'm gonna get off this video because I know it's gotten kind of long, but you guys know I could probably talk for like another 4 or 5 hours. But first of all, just feel my love and appreciation and gratitude for each and every person that's on this video right now. I haven't read back through the comments, but I just want to say that you are a beautiful being of light, and I see you, and I trust that you're gonna get a lot out of this video, and that if it resonates with you, please do me a favor, just share the video to your timeline. There's nothing harmful in sharing, because sharing is caring, and believe me, there's a lot of other people out there in this world that are miserable and that are depressed and that don't know that there is another way. They don't know there's a better way. They're unaware that they're able to create the reality and transform their life. So once again, if it resonates with you, please, 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 if you feel called to do so, then please share it. So being here in Bali, it's amazing. I love this place. I love it so much. I feel so much at peace here. I just feel home, okay? So once again, last night I just got done sharing about the confirmation of that music being played at that restaurant. Guys, that was 2013 that I started listening to that, and we're in 2017, seriously. And I'm sitting there and the song comes on, and then the next song, and then the next song. And there's no coincidences in that, because there are no coincidences. When you understand that you create your reality, there's no coincidences in life. You will start to see the synchronicities that will follow based on what you are thinking and what you're putting out there, right? So every single day I'm super committed to doing my affirmations, doing mirror work. When I walk up to the mirror and put on a little bit of the makeup that I do wear, I don't wear a whole lot, but I do wear some. I walk up and I'm like, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, and I smile at myself. I look at myself and talk to myself just as if I was a little, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old little girl, potentially my own little beautiful daughter looking back at me. Because guys, we actually, our subconscious mind is on the level of like 3 to 7 years old. So the more that you can tap in to your subconscious mind, that's exactly where you get to start reprogramming, because your life is really a result of your subconscious mind. So you require getting in touch with that to support yourself in recreating whatever it is that you're choosing to create for your life. So the culture here, I want to bring this up really fast, and I'm going to show you a few things, and I'm going to be off here. But the culture here is amazing. Like, the people are amazing. They're always super happy. They're always smiling. They have like so much gratitude for their life, and I love it. It's the most beautiful thing ever. So yeah, it's just amazing. The other thing I want to point out is that they're always 100% in everything they do. So I've had several massages since I've been here, because they are so affordable, and they don't give up. The whole time they use the constant pressure. They're really, into what they're doing, and that says a lot about people. That says a lot about their culture and just who they are and what they are doing on a daily basis. Like, they're happy, and that's not like really typical in the US or in America, like that people are just happy and grateful and smiling just because they can. Like here, everywhere you go, people wave, they smile, they say hello, and it just feels so good, because that's how I am too. And so once again, just the culture here is so much different. And then I already told you about the massage. I want to show you a couple more things really quick, because like I said, I'm in this little coffee shop. I'm trusting the connection is going to stay good, but let me just show you right up here on the wall. So this right here is their little offerings. Like, he just got done putting that up there just a little bit ago, and like lighting the incense. So like every day here, they put the offerings out. They make this little basket out of a coconut leaf, and they put stuff in there, and then they light the little incense, and they put it out because it's their offering to Mother Nature. It's their way of saying like thank you. It's their way of having gratitude here for Mother Earth, or Mother Bali, they actually call it here as well. So I'm gonna step out here. It's kind of loud because there's a lot of traffic going by for where I'm at. There's like motorbikes and stuff. So you'll get to kind of see that a little bit too, but I want to show you how they have the offerings just out here on the ground as well with the little incense. It's very common. Like, everywhere you go, you'll see it. Even in the taxis, they'll have it like up on their dashboard. So let me show you this real quick. Yeah, so there's a little offering right there. Here's a little view of the street. Might as well just show you guys. Here's a little view of the street just right out here in front of the coffee shop where I'm at. And then I don't know if you can see, but straight out over there, there's like a little monkey over there in a cage, but you probably can't see it very well just because you're not exactly sure where to look. So anyhow, guys, I really appreciate all of you for being here on this video. Like I said, I wasn't really going to do a live video, but then the whole thing that happened last night, I didn't want to let that get too far away from me. I was really choosing to share about that song. And like I said, I'm going to share the link to that video below because it's beautiful. It really is. And, I trust that, some of you guys may want to listen to it. Like I said, it's Indian music. I'm not really sure what they're saying, but either way, it's really beautiful. So feel my love and appreciation for everybody who's on here. I have a lot of comments. I'm not sure who's still on here. Yeah, feel my love and appreciation for all y'all. Michelle, Marty, Ava, Preston, how are you? Ballin' in Bali, right? Have you gone skating? No, Casey, I haven't gone skating. I choose to know if they even have a skating rink here. Thank you for sharing, Ava. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys for staying on the video all the way till the end, and I apologize for getting knocked off a second ago, but I'm glad you guys were able to like rejoin the video. So if you feel called to do so and it resonates with you, please share the video. If not, then don't share it. It's no big deal. Also, I have an emotional detox challenge group. It's free for females only. There's a lot of videos in there that can support you in transforming your life. There's some assignments, and there's just a lot of other amazing women in the group as well. So if you choose, I'm going to actually edit this here in a second. I'm going to put the link above this video, and then also on my website you can get a free download to kick the sugar cravings. There's 3 recipes of things that are sweet, but they're sweet naturally, so they're healthy for you. So if you're having challenges with sugar cravings, then you can go to my website and download that for free. So feel my love and appreciation for each and every one of you. I'm sending all like high vibes and energy. Hey, what's up, Ashley? How are you, beauty? Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below this video. And as always, you can reach out to me via private messenger. And I know it's like, what, Sunday night there? I'm choosing to know because it's Monday morning here. Yeah, Sunday night. I actually, my throat is a little bit irritated because when my friend Diane was here for like 10 days, we were going like nonstop, and we were only getting like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. And then also, I'm not even joking, I think I had showed some of you guys on my other Facebook Live video, but there's a lot of smog here. I don't think they have like super great emissions laws, so I usually walk around wearing this little mask. I actually asked for this at the nail shop, but I think my throat got a little irritated when I stepped outside, just because there's a lot of vehicles driving back and forth around here. And just like I said, in terms of the emissions laws, I'm not sure what they are here. I know they have some, but let's just say the air quality isn't as clean as like how it feels in the US. So I choose to make it fun and easy, and I'm trusting that I'll just get more sleep and everything's going to be amazing. So I'm going to let you guys get to it. Have an amazing night, and feel my love and appreciation. If you have any questions or comments, reach out, and I will talk to you beauty soon. Mwah! Bye guys. Feel my love. You're amazing.